their minds. We can talk about polarization. How much of polarization will go to an extent is something that we need to also understand. But then over here, the entire narrative has been now from the monsoon session narratives has moved away from all these important, even the Delhi Services Bill. Yesterday, there was brilliant arguments that were made by Home Minister Amit Shah, and there were also counter arguments that was made. In
Rahul
fact,
Gandhi,
we should have been discussing that, but then the issue is again, it's from Rahul Gandhi's perspective we're discussing.
All right, sir. Let's talk about the Delhi Services Bill.
Oh, you're going to the Delhi Services Bill.
Rahul Gandhi ki Lok Sabha Sadasyata bahal. Berhal, on the other hand, the Delhi Services Bill, that was something that the Rajya Sabha cleared and passed after 8 hours of debate that happened. The Delhi Services Bill, Arvind Kejriwal seems to be really miffed with the centre over that point. If you would have heard what Arvind Kejriwal said after the bill was cleared, he said that this is arrogant coming from the Home Minister.
And he also
said that you're backdooring. For 25 years, the people of Delhi have, BJP has been in exile for the last 25 years in Delhi. Over the last 4 elections, we have beaten the Bharatiya Janata Party. This is their way of getting into the politics. They're using a back channel. In 2014, Prime Minister, you promised the people of Delhi when ahead of the elections that if you come to power, you will grant full statehood to Delhi. That hasn't happened. It's your promise. This is something that Arvind Kejriwal said yesterday. Do you see how Arvind Kejriwal plays with his words? He says, लेकिन मोदी जी कहते हैं कि मैं जनता की बात नहीं मानता, लेकिन मोदी जी का अहंकार और दिल्ली वाले आपको अगली बारी एक भी वोट नहीं देंगे. This is his challenge that he set given to the Bharatiya Janata Party, the NDA government, because it's a clear NDA victory now, isn't it? Now, when it comes to the Delhi Services Bill, there were lots of arguments that were taking place. Even as Arvind Kejriwal is miffed, because, well, of course, the control over Delhi has gone, and he's given quite a decent clarification to everybody of what this bill actually entails. He's saying कि cabinet तो बनेगा, लेकिन governor और केंद्र सरकार मिल के चलाएंगे गवर्नमेंट, तो फायदा क्या है गवर्नमेंट का? That has been his argument from day one.
But the fact remains is that there was one draconian provision that's saying that they cannot legislate on the bureaucracy, and now the issue that is going to happen is that the Delhi government and its cabinet can think, implement and all that, whatever it wants to do as a policy. But at the end of the day, it depends on the governor whether it can be implemented or not, whether the officers can be changed or not. So the idea of direct implementation of their policies is going to get affected in a very big way. And as you were saying, one of the statements that he's in fact moved out was that move shows BJP hates Delhi people. That is what Kejriwal is now playing with it. After 75 years of independence, the Prime Minister has curtailed the freedom of the people of Delhi, almost as if their votes do not matter. Now he's playing politics also.
Right. He said the Britishers brought the Government of India Act back in the day.
Yeah.
You are bringing something like that, a draconian measure 75 years after independence.
He interestingly compared the legislation of the centre with a colonial mindset, saying that you're treating Delhi like a colonial backyard. That is what he tried to say, because I think from his argument stems from the...
That's actually a good analogy. I mean, because isn't Delhi like, the colonial backyard? You have all the prime buildings, you've got the parliament, you've got Lutyens Delhi.
No, but when you're talking about you're talking about the way he's put it across, he's saying that after 75 years of independence, the Prime Minister has curtailed the freedom of the people of Delhi. He's to say that, like, the Prime Minister is not part of India, and then, he's decided one day to take over the whole of
Delhi via LG as Parliament stamps its approval to bill. Government of NCT of Delhi Amendment Bill clears Rajya Sabha.
But now, this effectively makes it a very diminished union territory. Delhi technically, effectively is a diminished union territory.
It says Black Day bid to snatch governance through Chor Darwaza.
That is all. They are
the hidden door.
The hidden door, yeah.
The hidden door, the Chor Darwaza. But interestingly, Varghese, something that has to be noted is that there is a Supreme Court hearing, a ruling that is still pending. The Supreme Court, which last month formed a constitution bench to examine the power of parliament over governance in Delhi, is yet to pronounce its judgment. So, do you think that's going to be the right kind of spin?
See, I think right now,
Arvind Kejriwal
might be looking at all legal options that is available for him, whether he can ask whether this law that has been passed cannot be struck down by the SC. That also would be looking at one of the aspects that he would be looking at. And I think, as he pointed out, Delhi should be given full statehood because it is the national capital. The centre has a role to be. The centre is placed from Delhi. these are questions that are going to be. And there were a lot of compromise formulas also, Kabir. They were saying that New Delhi area should be completely under the center, the rest of it should be under the state government. All that, kind of negotiation formulas, and a lot of experts were giving their opinions on it. But right now it looks like, Arvind Kejriwal has to contend with the fact that the parliament has passed that bill, and that the wings of the Delhi government has been clipped, whether we like no other better word to say, but it actually has been clipped. And for Arvind Kejriwal, it's going to be very difficult to, negotiate some of those policies which he wanted to hammer through.
Take a look at this.
Some of them.